Hello. Low poly. Yes, I see you. Wow, what a beautiful color palette. Whoa. All that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. They put, like, the sun behind the planet in the background. Oh my god, I gotta deal with gun towers. Look how many gun towers are right here. Look at this. This is a little bit overkill. There was literally like 13 gun towers within 2 feet of each other. Take a goddamn chill pill, Admiral Piet. I don't actually remember if Admiral Piet is the one who was in charge of the executor. I don't think he was. What the hell just happened? Oh, am I supposed to just... Wow, this level's gonna be even more tough to stay calm through. Can I kill myself? I might as well. Okay, no, I can't. Maybe I can? I don't actually know if that was laser blasts from that. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stay to the right. Stay to the right and stay to the left. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay down and stay to the right. And if I ain't staying to the right and staying down, then I'm staying down and staying to the left. That's what I'm doing. Those are the two options. I could stay down in the middle, but the middle is more right than left when you go to the left. So you never know if it's gonna go right or gonna go left. I'm not really sure what you want from me. Yep, that still attacked me. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. Let's speed it up now. Burnt. 1 foot this time. Burnt. 1 Falcon this time. Burnt. Cha-cha slide. We're going through the Superstar Destroyer Executor. That's right, they named it after the Pokemon. You should see its... Oh god. So can I destroy it? I don't... What the fuck am I supposed... You have to give me fucking more goddamn information, game. You can't just send me careening towards laser gates and not... and not do anything to fucking tell me how I'm supposed to get through them. Why? Why does this game have to be such a... like, a dick bag? This game is literally a douche. This game is a douchey older brother who, like, plays you and doesn't explain, like, how to beat the game or even how to play. Like, maybe not how to beat the game, because that's something you should learn to do on your own, but, like, literally not even how to play. So you don't even stand a chance. Look at this. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to wait? What the fuck? And I read that thing and it didn't give me any goddamn fuck. Am I just supposed to hope I find health in one of these? Is that what I'm doing? Where are the goddamn TIE fighters? Because apparently those are the only things that drop health in this world, in this universe, in the Star Wars universe. They're the only ones that drop health. I don't know. Did you see any health when I did that? No. Did I see any health instead of health when I see that? No. I'm gonna have to fucking redo the fucking first 2 levels after this shit. That's literally what I'm gonna have to do. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. In fact, I'm gonna do that real quick. Quick intermission. This is the point when I would fucking add editing so that this wasn't boring for you, but I'm gonna have to do it anyway. I have to look up how to get past the laser barriers in Empire Strikes Back section of Flight of the Falcon for Game Boy Advance, but played on a GameCube. That should be good. That should do it. And I forgot I don't have hardly any fucking signal where I record. Isn't that just great? It's just great? I couldn't have asked for a better circumstance than this. That's the long, short, and medium length of it, I guess. Here I am. I'm waiting. There's nothing. I don't see it. I guess we'll not be that specific and do Flight of the Falcon GBA walkthrough. Let's see if any of these fucking walkthroughs have anything to say about how to get... No, I don't want the cheats. I want the goddamn walkthrough. It's literally what I typed out. What? Alright, fine. I'll pause it. Here we go. Pause music. The winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill. The last one to fall. We'll never sacrifice their will. Do-do-do-do. They'll never look back. Cause it's sweet, sweet victory. Oh, all right, hey, welcome back. I got 42.5% more sick since you last saw me. I was paused for roughly 3 minutes. My nose managed to start bleeding, so that's how you're supposed to get past them. I don't know. I guess seeing as how this game, the entire time I've been playing this fucking game, it's been showing me that if my reticle isn't exactly where it needs to be, it literally misses. As you saw a million times in the Boba Fett levels, or level right just then. Am I dead? No. I was under the impression that since my reticule didn't reach the actual barrier, that I wasn't actually going to do that much damage, but hey. Oh, kind of like that, I guess. Hey, but I survived. Can't argue with those results. I'd really like... That is... Wait, where'd I get 2 lives? Oh, I restarted. I don't have more continues. That's what that is. That's what that is. False alarm, everyone. Everyone, turn the alarm off. We're back to DEFCON... DEFCON 1. I don't actually fully remember if the higher the one goes, that means the more we're panicking. So I'll say DEFCON 3. That way, no matter what. Okay, so okay. I don't know. That's way too finicky to be considered fun, and far too finicky to be considered efficient. And that's what we in the biz like to call coining a phrase, or as I like to call, billing a phrase. I'll bill that phrase right to your hotel room. Just a little bit of health would be nice. There's too many goddamn... I guess I'm not really supposed to hug the bottom. For being honest, it's probably not what I'm supposed to do. I was just doing it because the fucking game told me that I should hug the surface of the Superstar Destroyer in order to not get hurt. Excuse me, I'm sorry. There's a whole bunch of things happening right now. Things that I can't control, things that I can control but choose not to. Things that I can completely control and am controlling right now, as a matter of fact. But these things I will leave as a mystery to you, so as to increase your enjoyment and interest in this series. I guess I'll continue talking about the Disney trips, even though I'm down to a quarter of a health and I still have all that way to go, because literally it's impossible. It's literally impossible to block or to dodge any of those fucking shots. Literally impossible. I guess I just have to go up and around. That's what I gotta do. As long as you do that, Evan, you're a good boy. Oh, now we're gonna go up and around. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a figure 8. We're gonna make an infinity sign up and around. Oh god, no. Up and around. That's what we're gonna do. Am I actually getting hurt by bouncing against the floor? Certainly hope not. I mean, you made the fucking turrets in the Death Star level, like, give me health. Why are you fucking denying it to me now? Oh, see, now those fucking laser bolts, like, curved. The fuck's up with that? Oh my god, why did that one show up at the last second? The draw distance was terrible on that. Oh, there's another one. And right behind him was a giant cadre of laser towers. Ugh. I gotta, like, slow down so that I have time to... And then we speed up. And we speed up. We slow down and then we speed up. That's what we do. Oh god, that was risky, and I was lucky that it did not end in tragedy. Oh my god, don't. I didn't know that there'd be another one that swoon. And another one that soon after that. It's swoon. It's so swoon. Why do you make these things so swoon? Oh god, no! I know that my tone there didn't exactly convey my worry, but you know, it's just you make do with what you... Oh my god, another one? Okay. You make do with all what you have. And what you have is much, but you make do with it. Sometimes you do two, and then you make a do with it. That's what we in the biz like to call a career killer joke. You use it to kill your career, like a cow at a butcher shop. Alright, we're fucking through. Jesus Christ. What was I just saying about a cow? I don't know. Mission complete. Oh, wonderful. Oh, wait. Oh, hell yeah. Did I just beat the Empire section? Oh, TSB2. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. TSB2. Alright, are we at... Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, that feels good, I will admit. Does that feel as good for you as it does for me? Is that question a little too personal to be asking you on the second date? Well, joke's on you. It's the second date for me, but the third date for you. I have literally no fucking clue what that means. I don't have the brain power to even begin to think about what that could mean. So, just so we're clear. All right, it's a little short of an episode, 14. I guess I can spend a couple minutes talking about the rest of the Florida trip because it's only 14 minutes, and I don't want to start episode 6 yet. So, hi, welcome to Evan Krause's Star Wars podcast, and it is a Star Wars podcast because we're going to talk about my trip to Hollywood Studios, more specifically to Galaxy's Edge. And once again, I'm not going to go into specifics about what I liked about the rides or even details about the rides, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who wants to go there and not know what the rides are about. But I will say right now, if you don't want to hear it, then click away. I'm not gonna hold back anything about the park itself. It's just the rides, because there's only 2 and they're really cool. So, other than what I think might be like normal, common knowledge, so I'll go more in depth in this maybe at a different Star Wars episode or Star Wars game. I don't know. I guess I already kind of went into it. I have been a Star Wars fan since I was like single digits. Since I loved the original trilogy as a small child. And then in 1999, I would have been 7. Because my dad is a big Star Wars fan too, and my older brother, so obviously they were fans too. And when Episode 1 came out, we went out and saw them, and obviously that movie was aimed at me as a fan of Star Wars, but a child. So, and the following 2, obviously too, because Episode 2 came out. I think it was 3 years later, right? I think so. I would have been 10, and then Revenge of the Sith came out when I was 13. Literally the perfect trifecta of ages for those movies to hit you. Like, the first one is a kids movie with a lot of like weird hidden adult themes, like politics and social issues and stuff, but it's like on the surface it's a kids movie, and that for a kid that's all that matters is what the surface is. I mean, I watched that movie and I was like, pod races, fucking, I'm hooked, I'm good. I thought Jar Jar was a little bit annoying, but whatever, I didn't really care. It didn't color my opinion of anything. In fact, I think literally I hope this doesn't come back to bite me someday if I ever become super famous and then I get canceled, because I did dress up as Jar Jar one year for Halloween. But I believe it's only because the only other character I would have been cool with being would be Qui-Gon Jinn, and I don't think I could grow facial hair at 7 or 8 years old. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. Those movies hit. I was hooked. I loved them. They didn't deter or diminish my love for the original trilogy. And then obviously when the sequel trilogy came out, and I did rewatch the sequel trilogy because I did go to Florida with what is essentially my stepdaughters. Were not to get too personal, but marriage isn't there yet. I don't know. This is weird. I should just say they're basically my stepdaughters. We took them to Disney, and before a couple months ago, less than a year, but more than a couple months, the elder of the 2 stepdaughters was beginning to get really into Star Wars, and I had managed to get my partner into Star Wars because she watched them when she was young and she didn't really care for them, whatever. But with me, she was able to kind of enjoy them a little bit more, even though she hates them because, in her opinion, none of the love stories in any of the movies ever work out, which is not it's totally true, but it's not also totally false. Anyway, once again, getting off topic. As she was getting into them, we needed to watch them all because she was into them. So I rewatched them with them, the sequel trilogy. And I have to say, still not at all a fan of Last Jedi's story. And there are even more plot holes in Rise of Skywalker than Last Jedi. But I can't not... I can't not just have a blast watching Star Wars. I don't love the movies, but I love watching them. I just love Star Wars that much. It could be a pile of actual shit, and I still if it's got Star Wars on it, I love it. I watched all of Clone Wars and all of Rebels, and even the shitty episodes of those shows I still loved watching. Even the half-finished ones and like the weird end of Season 1, early Season 2 of Clone Wars that looked unfinished because the budget was so bad and it was written as a kid's show. Even the Clone Wars movie that came out, I don't care. If it's Star Wars, it's immediately in my heart and I love it. Well, like I said before, Obi-Wan and Luke are two of my favorite fictional characters and who have molded me as a person and molded the way I grew up and developed. Star Wars means a lot to me. So we got to Galaxy's Edge. Being there was amazing and wonderful and awe-inspiring, but it didn't like get me emotionally. Which is something that actually did happen when I went to Universal Studios Harry Potter sections a couple years ago. So I went to those before I went to Star Wars, and it's weird that Harry Potter affected me more emotionally than Star Wars, but I'll get into that whenever I start playing a Harry Potter game. But it didn't get me emotionally. Weirdly enough, I didn't even get emotional when we approached the Falcon. That's common knowledge, right? They literally have a life-size Millennium Falcon there. With like ambiance and everything. That was amazing and cool. I got pictures in front of it, but I didn't get emotional. And I was fully expecting to get emotional. The first of the two rides that we rode was the big one, which is called Rise of the Resistance, for those of you that don't know. That's the one that has wait times that are always around 3 hours. Luckily, we weren't ever close to that because we went in the middle of the week, and it was the week after 4th of July, so I guess the lines were kind of slow. Apparently the week before is when the lines are really terrible, but I digress. Actually, no, that's actually more on topic than I have been getting. Won't share any details, but there was one part where I did get a little choked up when I pulled myself back and registered what I was experiencing. And what I was experiencing, obviously, this is no secret, that they try to manufacture in both Galaxy's Edge and the two rides. They try to manufacture an experience that is as close to being in the actual universe of Star Wars as possible. The like line queue setup and like the pre-ride of Rise of Resistance is insane. And I urge anyone who has ever gotten any amount of enjoyment out of anything Star Wars to go experiencing that. You could hate the sequel trilogy with every fiber of your being, and you would still walk out of even the beginning of that ride, the first portion of it, going, that was literally insane. It needs to be experienced. But once again, I got a little choked up. There might have been tears welling in my eyes, but I didn't cry. Which is, I've told you on this channel, I'm a crier. I'm an easy crier. So I was a little bit like weirded out that which I might have been just, I don't know. I don't know, maybe I was hot. I don't like being hot, so I don't know. The second ride, which was the one that I was actually not expecting much out of, was called Smuggler's Run. For those of you who don't know, that is a weird hybrid of a theme park ride and a video game, because you actually get to pilot the Millennium Falcon. You're a crew of 6. 2 people are piloting the Falcon, 2 people are the gunners on the Falcon, and the 2 people are the engineers. This one I will give away a little bit of detail, but nothing story-wise. But this experience is heavily weighted for the pilots. The gunners, it's fun. You just I haven't been an engineer yet, but essentially what the gunners and engineers are doing in the 2 back seats of the pilot seats are just pressing buttons as they flash. Which, once again, if you're going into it as a theme park ride, that's really lame. If you're going into it as like a video game experience, it's decent, because it's the point. You do get like a score at the end. Your crew gets a score. which is cool. And the more you do, the better you do, the higher your score, and the more buttons you press when you're supposed to, the higher your score. So that kind of fills in that gap. But as like you hear that, you hear you're going to pilot the Falcon and do the guns on the Falcon, and you think you're going to be in like the seats that Han and Luke were in episode 4, like the swivel seats, and actually shoot the guns and aim them. You don't really aim either. You literally just press a button to fire the gun, and it auto tracks to the TIE fighters or whatever. But I was also a gunner at one point, and I still had fun with it because it's Star Wars and it's fun. But the first time we wrote it, I was a pilot with this random dude who was on the right. It was me, my partner, our two kids, and then this random guy who was just the sixth or the fifth person in our crew, just because he was a single rider, and me and him were pilots, and I sat down in Chewie's seat, and I was like, I'm already getting choked up. This is weird. I guess I should say real quick that I think I've said before in this series that my favorite ship is the X-Wing. I don't dislike the Falcon, but I've never had like a crazy attachment to the Falcon. I love it. Everyone loves the Falcon, but like I didn't have an attachment to it. But when I sat in Chewie's seat, I was like getting choked up. Because that's what, like, I put myself back to being a child, and like sitting in the two chairs me and my younger brother put together in front of a window and pretended was the Falcon, and put myself in the cockpit of the toy that I had when I was younger, of a giant Falcon that I used to run around with, piloting with my hands, and putting myself in the shoes of my younger self, going as a child, thinking how amazing it would be to sit in that ship. And I did it, and I got choked up, and I was like, all right, but that's the most that's going to happen. I'm going to get choked up. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to spoil anything about the ride story once again. I'll just say that and I wasn't expecting this, there was a point when one of the pilots, i.e. me, had to put the Falcon into hyperspace. And that is when I had an actual tear fall down my face, because I got to take that silver lever and oh God, in case you forgot I was sick, and push it forward, and we looked into the viewpoint, or out of the viewport, and went into hyperspace. And I felt the tear. It was insane. I can't describe that feeling, and the only people who could connect with that feeling would be people who loved this not really the franchise, I guess. It's more of the movies. The movies as much as I did, and grew up with them, and because obviously my partner, who didn't really like these movies as a kid, she never even came close to tearing up, obviously. But I was just overwhelmed. So weirdly enough, I think as a ride, Smuggler's Run was better. As an experience, Rise of the Resistance was better. Unfortunately, we were okay with spending the money to go to 2 Disney parks, but that was the extent. We literally, I don't know if this is oversharing, but we literally didn't buy anything other than food once or twice, which even then was insane. We didn't buy any souvenirs either time. So I could not afford to do the make my own lightsaber, which apparently is a whole nother experience that might as well be a ride, but I didn't get to experience that. Maybe someday. We actually didn't even get a chance to get into the cantina either. There's a giant cantina there that we didn't get to experience, but the market was cool. Didn't get to make our own droids. That would have been cool, but it is what it is. We would have liked to see more characters there, obviously, but at least I I mean, the girls and my partner were a little upset, but I understood that that's just kind of how the climate is now. The characters don't walk around; you just kind of see them. So to kind of minimize the chance of the spread of COVID and stuff like that. But we did get to see Ray, and actually it was cool. We were in line for Smuggler's Run, and we saw, I don't know why this girl got it, but this Ray was walking out of the cast members only section, and she was taking a little girl by the hand. I don't know where they were going. I was like, well, that's crazy. That girl's parents must be rich she's getting escorted around by Ray. But both of my stepdaughters, our girls, are huge Ray fans, and the elder one is a huge Ray fan, and they yelled at her and tried to get her attention, and Ray kind of smiled and waved, so they got a wave from Ray, so they can say that. And then we caught a glimpse, like fucking Bigfoot. We got a glimpse of Ray and Chewie walking through right before they reached the cast members only section. So we got a glimpse, and I swear Chewie was even walking like goddamn Bigfoot. It was weird. But anyway, yeah, that brings you up to speed, I guess, on why I haven't been posting the last couple weeks, why I sound so goddamn sexy right now. It's so sexy. I know you want me. And that kind of brings you up to date on Star Wars, I guess. Well, we'll continue playing this. We're going to beat episode 6, and obviously there are way more Star Wars games to come in the future. But just that kind of brings you up to speed, and next time we'll play episode 6. We'll play through Return of the Jedi. I apologize if you love my sick voice, because I don't know if I'm going to have it the next time I record. It's back to my regular, really fucking annoying voice. So, and I guess one final piece of advice, I guess, for anyone who's planning on going to Galaxy's Edge. Make sure you get the right cockpit seat. Don't sit in the left, sit in the right. Thank me later.